You know, I think the people who create the title of these episodes must be on some really, really amazing medicine or something like that. This is Legends of Tomorrow called Nip Stuck. I've got no words. Hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. And yeah, we're doing another episode of Legends of Tomorrow. I'm looking forward to this. There's 2 more episodes after this. I made a bit of a miscalculation. But yeah, this is episode number 14. Things have definitely escalated really, really neatly with Neron fully taking Ray and acquiring himself Gary, which he gave him his nipple back, which is really, really, yeah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do further this story with Neron and Ray, because Ray's a bit uncontrollable now, so yikes. Honestly, I think with what they are doing with Neron, especially in these last few episodes, has been absolutely very, very interesting, and it's making me very, very intrigued to see how they do cap off his story in a couple of episodes' time. But yeah, with that said, let's just get right into Legends of Tomorrow. The extended reaction should be up on Patreon. Let's go.
And what in that demented demon brain of yours makes you think that I'm going to open the
I'm very, very interested to discover, like, how dangerous...
Speaking of which, what have you done with the Muppet?
Yeah, to see how dangerous Tabitha is.
I've been waiting for you.
Gary, I told you no playing with my chair until after
Doesn't have a
hours.
cat.
Oh, playtime's over. Shut the door.
Oh, God.
We need to talk.
Yeah. Gary is turned into serious mode. Run, Ava.
Agents one-on-one, and wait till I call your name. Looking forward to some good FaceTime.
Ava, what were you thinking?
Are you sure
What
this
happened?
is the best time for performance reviews?
There's no better time to assess the performance of our operation.
But are you sure Gary's...
Oh, has she been... No, don't tell me Ava's
Of
been...
course, Mona. Gary Green is all the man we need.
Yeah. Oh my God, no.
I've taken over his body. We made a deal. And you, of all people, should know
Yeah, well-
what it means to make a deal with a demon.
Well, if you knew who this was,
No, Ray
Ray
was
would
still
say,
in-
I've altered the deal.
Will he do this?
Oh! Oh!
I knew I could make you use your magic. Something's wrong.
Awaiting
This
orders,
is testing.
Captain. Gideon.
Fire.
Ah, shit! Emergency temporal shift. Oh no! Neron wanted this.
Let me get this straight, Captain. You're the only one that can have fun outside of this rusted bucket of bolts. All you do is spend time with
Gideon
your
wouldn't
girlfriend,
like that.
and nothing's ever your
Don't
fault.
back on Avalanche. Don't.
You know what?
In order to see the true nature of a creature, one must draw it out.
Oh,
He's got it all wrong. They aren't evil.
I guess your bloodline
He's just
isn't as righteous
assuming.
as you think it is.
He's
And he
clearly
creates the-
misinformed.
he
Well, if you
creates
think
the
that,
fracture, doesn't he?
Maybe you should go and have a chat with the king.
You are truly blessed that I am here. For
Get
I
to know
alone can
your
save you from
ancestors.
these monsters.
Why not?
What you doing in here?
Just thought I would check on the timeline. Yup, looks good.
Do you have clearance for this?
Have you completed
Oh
your performance
no.
review?
Oh no. This
Yes,
is kind of
I've
funny,
had
but
my
it's kind of
performance
disturbing.
review.
And? How did it go?
Super.
Gary Green is all the man we need.
Gary Green is all the man we need.
That is disturbing.
I think it's working.
Hey, why does
It's a bit too far.
Pass all the fun stuff into... You know,
Yeah,
that's-
you're rushing this, aren't you?
You still do fun stuff.
Oh God. You know, I'm just thinking, if Sarah and Ava were here,
There's other ways we could.
Avalanche would be in an avalanche. Just random comment.
Okay, it works.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I can't do that right now.
Gullible.
Use the hand thing.
No, Mona, you need a timeout. Gary Green is all the man we need.
She got to. Oh, I thought she would have been susceptible. Like she would have. Oh, crap!
Of a real monster, and I know of a demon in our midst that we can banish together.
A demon in my village.
Trying to turn this
So
disadvantage
then lead the way,
into
my king.
an advantage. Shh.
Put this face stealer with the other creature.
Yeah, I knew it.
Hell shall have 2 more guests by the end of the night.
You remember that night we all met standing up on that rooftop and Rip told us that we were going to be legends?
Yeah, they filmed 2 scenes from that. I remember Oliver and Barry being there initially.
To the originals.
Weird.
That's kind of heartbreaking.
The rottenness inside me, don't you? No better than the bloody king.
Oh! Good on Puka, is it called?
Why would you heal a bastard like me?
See, they're not bad. King's gone crazy.
Up with you. Time to
You're all crazy!
What would you have me do with such wretched beasts?
This is what happens when you judge a book by its cover. Oh, no. I mean, you look like Thor, but I don't think you're worthy, so... Don't judge a book by its cover. Imposter. Terrible creature. I would adopt the Puka or whatever it's called.
Favoritism!
Why would I display favoritism?
Because you two are obviously shagging.
What?
Yes! Finally! This is great. Maybe you guys won't be so weird now. Okay.
Yeah!
I'll judge next.
The awkwardness no longer has to prolong.
Dark side. What do you do?
That's ill timing. They're gonna find a solution
musical
here.
number. Not this time. Fabricate evening wear and infiltrate a...
It's got a lightsaber.
You unclean beast!
After you, mate.
Come on, Johnny. You know what you need to do.
Oh, it's gonna have to stabilize. Oh! 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 Nice.
But we are not the same.
Oh, he's just disarmed him. Man, this is truly Star Wars now.
You may not agree with my methods, but I will always protect my people.
Yeah, but that doesn't always mean you're doing the right thing.
Now, gaze into the nipple.
Oh. That. Oh my God!
Wolfie! No!
God, he's a fucking. I've got no words. I have got no. Oh my God.
Bravo.
Odds of us successfully pushing through the avalanche above us are 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds. See, this is Star Wars. Awesome.
It will.
I love the Star Wars references.
Come on, come on.
Are you gonna throw Neron down that like blue thing, like Palpatine?
Letting you get out of here alive?
Oh, poor Gary! Poor Gary! Oh, come on, Mona! I mean, I don't want to see these. That's gonna be a several-week concussion.
I'll see you lovely lot at the end.
Holy shit! He's going into hell! Holy shit!
Show yourself.
No! No, Tabitha, no.
So wonderful to be back. Brimstone was
Oh
so wonderful for
my
protection.
god!
You look ravishing, my love.
The blood. Oh my god!
Is he kissing?
Oh, the fairy god.
Tabitha's the.
Is that tongue?
We're singing.
We're so screwed. So that you could hypnotize everyone and Neron could take over.
Hypnotized.
Yeah.
You will do no more harm.
Oh my god! He's gonna rip the nipple off. Oh my god. Yeah, please, because that's nightmare fuel. Bloody hell!
I'm sorry. It wasn't
Oh my
me. It was
god!
She's Tabitha?
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Surprise.
And Ray is still in hell. I know he hasn't given up, so we're not gonna give up on him. Now let's do
The
this.
dragon's gonna be a Deus Ex Machina. Calling it. Oh my god, this will be so super. What the hell? I wonder if I'm here. I have to say, with all honesty, whatever the writers are being paid is not enough. This show just continues to just be absolutely nuts. I mean, we had an episode which had the legends being trapped in an avalanche. That followed up with a nipple having an eyeball that is basically hypnotizing people, as Ava put it, which is a nice term. Which is then followed by Mona biting off the nipple, which is then followed by Tabitha being the fairy godmother. I want to know what these writers are on, because it works so well, and it's absolutely it's absolutely nuts. I absolutely love this show so much. I looked at this episode, but this show just, bloody hell. It has its serious moments, but the crazy moments, like, crazy is an understatement. It just works so well as well at the end of the day, and it's absolutely mad and exciting and fun. And I do envy the actors, because they get to participate in something that's good, but also you can go off the wall in terms of the level of craziness. That level of craziness is out of this universe. It doesn't even it's outside of existence. Like, that's how crazy this show is. It's absolutely mental. But yeah, fairy godmother being Tabitha, of course that was gonna have to happen, but like, I didn't see it coming. Honestly, it was insane. Not just that, though, but Ray and the fairy godmother making out. Bloody hell. Honestly, that episode was nuts. I absolutely loved it. Serious Gary freaked me out as well. Like, but what's so funny is there was that comical vibrancy in the air with his character, like creating his own cult of Gary, which is absolutely scary, like worshipping Gary. And then Gary Green is all the man we need. Yeah, it's very, very intimidating, and it's eerie, but it works so well, and it makes you scared. And if that doesn't, then the eye nipple certainly will. That was, like, horrific, but it was also crazy as well at the same time. But I really, really loved the Time Bureau stuff when everyone was being under the spell of Gary, or Gary's nipple, should I say. And, yeah, it worked so well. Constantine's Gone to Hell. I really, really loved his characterization in this episode, especially with the fact that he accepted his fate, but is not condoning what his ancestor Constantine was doing, with the Puka being an innocent creature, but Constantine felt like, okay, well, my call is valid, and I think this creature is evil, so it's going to hell. So I really, really loved it. And there's that, like, reflection, like, looking, there's that reflection aspect, I feel, like, with Constantine really, really reflecting deeply after losing Astra and Ray. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to recover Astra, and I think that would be really, really great. It would be a great way to come full circle on his character, if he does manage to save Astra now that he's in hell looking for Ray. So I'm expecting that, like, it's to come to terms with Constantine's character, because he was feeling a lot of guilt in this episode, and I really, really loved it. Like, the mirroring to him and Constantine. I mean, of course, with him being his ancestor, but it was like looking into a mirror, with Constantine doing really, really horrendous things, wasn't he? And to a certain point, you might think that what Constantine does is really, really horrific as well. But I guess, well, he is definitely the lesser of two evils. But it was really, really great to see him reflecting on his mistakes, on him thinking he got the legends killed, and I'm really, really glad that moment gave him a bit of hope. So he's now gone to hell and he's now going to try and extend that feeling of hope by trying to rescue Ray and possibly Astra. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where Constantine's story does go. I thought Neron as Ray was really, really sick as well. Like, after he was testing Constantine's character, and we just get to see like evil Ray flourish a bit more. It's just really, really unsettling. Yeah. I really also loved the stuff on the Wave Rider whilst we were in an avalanche. Not with avalanche, though. That would have been great, though. Avalanche in an avalanche. No, but I really, really loved how their recklessness saved their skids big time. It was just, like, despite warning, being reckless was, like, of course, the way they were going to go in terms of saving the legends from being icicle sculptures and all of that. On the floor, because they'll be dead before long anyways, before they get frozen over or whatever. But yeah, their recklessness saved them. There was a few Star Wars references. We had lightsabers before, though, like laser sword. We've had swords that have lighted up, and yeah, they really, really do love the Star Wars references, this show, and there was quite a few of that in this episode alone. So I really, really enjoyed that. Even even the Wave Rider being stuck in that avalanche, Damn it! See? That's why it should have happened. No, but them being stuck in the avalanche, was a mixture of them being on Hoth and, the Millennium Falcon, just waiting in that, being stuck in that cave, whilst the TIE fighters were bombing. That's my interpretation of it, because, they couldn't really go anywhere, without causing more damage. So there was a nice bit of mixture there, as well as the quote, "Never tell me the odds." So yeah. Yeah, it was kind of episode 5-ish, wasn't it? Like, the Star Wars references in this episode. So yeah, if like it was Star Wars, like there was many Star Wars references, but it more catered to Empire Strikes Back. Even the lobbing of the hand was another episode 5 reference as well. So there was quite a few Empire Strikes Back references. Yeah, and I would go on a bit of a stretch to say Rey is basically Han Solo, being trapped with the carbonite, being hell, I guess, and the episode ending with the hope to try and find Rey. Like, the episode 5 ended on trying to find Lando, trying to find. Does that mean Constantine is Lando? Dang. But yeah, it's that hope of finding Rey. So yeah, there was quite a few episode 5 references in this episode. I really, really like that. Yeah, like I said though, the stuff on the Wave Rider was really, really swell as well. Like, especially with them bonding. They gotta make their cards of Legends of Tomorrow, whatever it is, the Cards Against Humanity parody with Legends of Tomorrow. They gotta market that shit to the sky and back. You see, this is the thing with Legends of Tomorrow, though. They've got quite a good range of stuff that they could market. They could even coin the Gary Green is all the man we need quote on a freaking shirt, and I think that would sell buckets. Same with the cards, the Legends of Tomorrow Against Humanity game, whatever. They can definitely market the hell out of that, and I would pay for it. I will pay for it right now, okay? So just market it, yeah. See, Warner Brothers, you wanna, yeah, or DC, whatever. Just market that thing to the sky and back. But honestly, it would work out so well. And I really love. Right now, there was a comment last week on my Legends of Tomorrow video, which I'll reply to because I did see it, but I didn't have time to respond to it. But I will do after this video or whatever. I think they last week's episode was setting up things for that it felt like it was setting things up for Mick to leave. And after this episode, I do feel like Mick is definitely, well, if he's not going to leave at the end of this season, he's gonna die on Crisis on Infinite Earths. Because I'm expecting Crisis to get rid of a plethora of characters. It's that big of an event that you don't really sugarcoat. Though they did with Flashpoint, but I think they've learned from their mistakes from Flashpoint, so they are really going to go full beans with Crisis on Infinite Earths. But I do think that they are setting things up with Mick. I will say, though, I did kind of understand why Mick called the shots in terms of trying to fire against Neron. Because, it might not have been his call, but he was thinking wider than his family. He knows how dangerous Neron is, and he couldn't take that risk whilst he had the opportunity right in front of him. So I understand why Mick was calling the shots in terms on trying to get rid of Neron, because it would have been heartbreaking to lose Ray, but he was thinking on a wider spectrum in my eyes. So yeah, but not just that, Mick, there's a bit more clarity with Mick. I really Mick's always been a character that's been that's had this hidden I guess intelligence. Otherwise he's just really goofier than you can be with Legends of Tomorrow. But he's always had this hidden side of him, and that's flourished this season of Legends of Tomorrow. Not just with this episode and his arguments to why he decided to fire on Ray, but his story, like his writer's side, has flourished a bit more this season and all of that. And I do think they are setting things up with Mick's departure, especially when there was that nice touch of them reflecting on the originals, like we are the only originals left now, which it might speak volumes of when Mick does decide to leave. I don't know if he will or not, but it does sound like, I don't know if the actor's actually going to leave or whatnot, but it does sound like they are building things up to a potential departure. I don't think Sarah's ever going to leave, because whilst this show does it changes as well as the character, like it continues whilst the characters are changing and all of that, I think Sarah is like the linchpin, and if you get rid of her, then I think that's when you call it a day with Legends. She's the centerpiece, and all, like, there's like a wheel and Sarah's at the center of it, so you can change the outer parts and all of that, and the wheel will keep turning. But if you remove that, then yeah, not saying the show will fall apart without Sarah, but I don't think, I think that they will call it a day when Legends does end or something like that, because it's always seemed like the show has seemingly always revolved around her in a sense, as well it has with the Legends, the other members of the Legends. Like they do a really good job at making having a huge main cast and making sure all the characters have their time to shine. But I think Sarah's a central figure, so yeah. But then again, so was Rip Hunter, and the show has gone fine without, but we've connected more to Sarah as a character not just like, I guess, throughout this show, but through the Arrowverse as well. And I think a lot of people would be absolutely heartbroken if Sarah did decide to leave. So yeah, but it was a nuts episode, and I absolutely enjoyed this show like so much, and I can't wait to see what they do with the next episode. Now that Constantine's in hell, yeah, it's gonna be really, really exciting. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats channel if you want to. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!